Hello again, family. Welcome to part 3 of Prosperity Through Values. So far, we've built a strong foundation. We've explored how clarity, consistency, and courage are the keys to living a values-based life. Then we unpacked how those same values shape our financial decisions. Because money without meaning is just noise. But today, we step into another powerful dimension: leadership. Because here's the truth: you don't have to run a company to be a leader. You don't need a title or a corner office. Leadership simply means you influence others, and whether you realize it or not, you do. Leadership begins with who you are before you lead people. You must first lead yourself. That means making hard decisions in private that reflect what you stand for in public. True leadership isn't about controlling others. It's about modeling what's possible. When your team, your family, or your community sees you act with integrity, when you'd say no to shortcuts and yes to what's right, even when it costs you, that's leadership. And in case no one's told you this lately, that's rare. The temptation to perform. We live in a culture where leadership is often about personality over principle. Flash over foundation, but performance can only take you so far. Eventually, the cracks show. You can fake charisma, but you can't fake character. When you lead from your values, you don't have to remember who you pretended to be yesterday. You just show up, fully aligned, every time. And that kind of consistency builds trust. And trust is the currency of leadership. Decision-making through values. Let's bring this to life with a quick example. Say you're leading a team, a business, or just your household. You're facing a big decision. Maybe it's hiring, firing, expanding, downsizing, budgeting, or setting a family goal. You've got pressure coming from all sides. What do? If you don't lead from values, you default to fear, ego, or emotions. But when values are at the center, your decisions get clearer, faster, and more focused. Values cut through confusion. They act like a filter. Does this align with who we are? If not, it's a no. Your legacy is built daily. You don't build a legacy when you retire. You build it in how you treat your team today, in how you own your mistakes, in how you keep your word when it's in how you speak to people with no power to benefit you. And guess what? You don't have to be perfect to be a leader. You just have to be principled. Because prosperity isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the most rooted. Final charge. So here's your challenge this week. What's one decision I can make, or one action I can take, that reflects the leader I want to be? It could be small, it could be quiet, but small seeds grow deep roots. Because if you want to inspire, you must be authentic. If you want to lead, you must be anchored. Prosperity through values starts with leadership through integrity. Next time, we'll talk about how these same values influence our relationships. Because how we treat people is often the loudest message we'll ever preach. Until then, lead with character, serve with intention, and never forget, prosperity isn't just what you build, it's who you become. Thank you.